Hi everyone, my name is Sumaya Ahmed and I am the Virtual Content Specialist for 7th grade science. In this video, I will review how to use the Explore Learning platform. Explore Learning is a company that develops online solutions to improve student learning in math and science. According to their website, they have the world's largest library of math and science simulations. They call these interactive simulations gizmos. According to a meta-analysis on the instructional effectiveness of Explore Learning content, the research shows that the gizmos represent new knowledge in graphic form. They challenge students with manipulatives to explore new knowledge and practice applying it, and they allow students to generate and test hypotheses about the new content. So I'll go over the benefits and things to be mindful of while using gizmos after I walk you through how to use the platform. So once you go to the website, explorelearning.com, you can register and create a free account where you will have access to a limited number of gizmos. So this is what the homepage looks like, and they have a wide variety of science and math simulations. So now let's look at the options at the top of the page. First, if you click on this EL option, you can see there are other platforms called Reflex, Frax, and Science for Us. And these are for math and science, and they're for students in grades K through 12. So Science for Us is for students in grades kindergarten through 2nd grade, and Reflex and Frax are the math simulations. So next is the Find Gizmos tab, and you can search with the keyword or you can use these filters. So you can search by academic standard, gizmos by grade and topic, and gizmos by textbook. You can also search all the free gizmos. So this is if you just have a free account. So if you look for gizmos by academic standard, you could choose the next generation science standards, middle school, or whatever you are teaching. And they have all the standards here and the simulation that correlates with the standard. And you can search by grade and topic as well. So if you search by grade and topic, they're all broken down here. And lastly, you can search gizmos by textbook. So if you have a curriculum that you are using that has these gizmos embedded in it, they are all here. And if you click on this Learn More tab up here, you can get more information about gizmos and find opportunities for professional development. And this tab here for My Classes, you can see all the classes you have registered with your Gizmo account. So these are all the classes that I have registered with my Gizmos account. And if you click on any one of them, you can see that there are the results. So if you click on results, which I'm not going to click on now because a lot of my students' names are there, but it shows you the results for the assessments that they took when they signed on and completed the gizmo. So let's go into how you can register your classes and students to this platform. So if you go to my homepage, you have all your classes and all your recently viewed gizmos. So if you click add class, and here I only have a limited number of classes. So I may need to just delete a class, and these are all my old classes, so that's fine. So again, this is a free account, so you can only have a limited number of classes. So see, now that I deleted a class, I can add a new class, and you can write what you want for the tab, which is just what's going to come up on the tab, and then you can write the full name for the class and then click add class. Now once you click add class, each class that you create, you will get a unique class enrollment code, which is up here. So if you click on it, this class enrollment code, it will give you the option for student enrollment handout. And this looks like this. So this is a student-facing handout, which you can give to help them register to the Explore Learning platform and enter your class with this unique class code. So as you can see, the steps are clear and concise. They have the unique class code, and here is a section to write their username and password, which they can keep, or you can keep with you in case students forget their login information. Okay, so it's broken down easily, step 1, step 2, and it's just one page, and you have them write down their username and password. Either you can have them cut it out, paste it onto their notebook, or you can collect them and keep them, because if they forget their username and password, you can always give this back to them so they can retrieve it. So if you have your students log in and complete the questions through the platform for each gizmo, you can view the results to the assessment questions attached to the gizmos. So now let's look at a gizmo. You can choose any gizmo that you want, and you can add it to your class. So we can look at the disease spread gizmo. You can add to class, or you could click launch gizmo. And here is the overview, where you are going to observe the spread of disease through a group of people. The methods of transmission can be chosen and include person-to-person, airborne, and foodborne, as well as any combination thereof. The probability of each form of transmission and number of people in the group can also be adjusted. So there are all these controls that you can play around with this gizmo. So we can click Launch Gizmo. As you can see, you can add it to your class. And usually there is the simulation and the controls on the left. So simulation, controls, which are the variables that you can change. Here's the simulation. And the description, table, bar chart, and graph on the left. And this shows the data in real time as students are conducting the simulation. So if you click play, you can see the bar chart and graph as the simulation is running. So as you can see, the number of people with foodborne illnesses are increasing. This bar is also increasing, and the healthy number of people are decreasing. So this is helpful for students to see this in action as a simulation is playing. Now, there are a lot of resources attached to each of their simulations. If you click on the lesson info on top, they have a description of the lesson. Again, that's a description that we read in the beginning. They have the student exploration sheet. They have a teacher guide. They have the exploration sheet answer key, which is only available to subscribers. And they have a vocabulary sheet with keywords and definitions. So first, let's look at the vocabulary sheet. It's in PDF format and Word format. So the Word format you can edit. And it looks like this. And it has the keywords, definitions, and more information related to that word. And the Word doc format, this is the PDF format, but if you get the Word doc format, that would be better because you can always edit the vocabulary words. You can add more vocabulary words depending on your class, or you could add images to help students understand those vocabulary words. Then you can see the teacher guide. So the teacher guide is kind of like a lesson plan. It has the learning objectives up here. It has the vocabulary words again, the learning overview, the suggested lesson sequence, the time that it should take. Um, it has what to do prior to the gizmo. It has discussion questions that you can ask, follow-up activities. So this could be used as an extension or as a challenge task for students who need more of a challenge. Here is the scientific background, the history connection. So there's some interdisciplinary connections here. So the web resources, and all this information is on the teacher's guide. And lastly, we have the student exploration sheet. So this is available in PDF, MS Word, and a Google Doc format, which allows you to make a forced copy and then just have it on Google Docs. So if you look at the student exploration sheet, this is the guide for the simulation. So they have the guided questions, they have prompts, they have data tables that students can complete while they're doing the simulation. And they have analysis questions. And at the end, they have like a concluding discussion question. And again, the teacher's guide also has discussion questions, which you can use for a class discussion. What's also helpful here is that there are pictures embedded here, so students know what the simulation should look like and what to click on the simulation. So this is helpful. So another nice feature is the assessment questions down here. And if the students log on, they can complete these assessment questions, or you can copy and paste them and print them out as a hard copy. They also have the answers and explanations to the assessment questions. And again, if students log on and complete them, then their responses will be saved. So you can use this as a formative assessment after they complete the simulation. So this was an overview of how to use gizmos. So as you can see, if you click on Find Gizmos, and if you don't purchase a school account, you can just have the free account and you can still have access to a variety of free gizmos that they have. And you could narrow it down through these options. So to summarize, gizmos are science and math simulations where students can learn science and math content in graphic form, manipulate and explore new content, and practice applying what they learned. They have a wide variety of science and math simulations for all grade levels, even with the free account. There is a guided handout for students to follow along and assessment questions, and they also have the handouts in Word format. So as a teacher, you can make any changes as you need. They have a vocabulary sheet to familiarize students with the keywords throughout the activity. Also throughout the student activity sheet, those vocabulary words are highlighted. So students know that that is a key vocabulary word. They can always go back to the vocabulary sheet and review the definitions. For teachers, this is great because they have a teacher's guide with information and resources for implementing the lesson. And another great feature is that teachers can create classes and add students so they can sign on. And if they do the assessment questions attached to each gizmo, then those results would be saved. The only thing that I would be mindful of as a teacher while using this platform is the student activity sheet. So they do have a general student activity sheet, but if you need to, you can edit this according to your class needs, such as adding images or additional vocabulary words, and tailor it as you see fit for your students. And that is an overview of Gizmos. Thank you for watching.